Hey guys, it's me T coming at you with a brand new video for today. Today we're going to be discussing helpful people in travel corner. I had to look over there to figure out like what we're talking about. Yeah, and then I'll reveal at some point the new card deck that I just worked on, which I'm super excited. Me and my inner child are super excited to introduce them to you. And it's actually a pure like dream come true because I wanted, well, you'll see. I wanted to do two decks, not to say that, I'm limiting myself to just that, but I'm saying I had these two decks in mind, and I wanted to create them, and I did, and I'm excited. So I picked these cards up, but I don't know if we're drawing them first. Am I drawing these cards first? Stay tuned. All right, they're telling me yes. So yeah, we're doing it. So this is the Ascended Masters card deck that I'm using by Doreen Virtue, and let me just tell you something, guys. I'm just gonna like shuffle as I talk because it calms me down. I literally today was like a tougher day. Not even gonna lie. And so thank God for the Ascended Masters because they literally help us. And I was very drawn to, like, I was told to use these. So I just feel like there's so much powerful energy coming through that it's all good, but it's super, like, it takes like some super fucking strength to like literally, because we've been through so much already, right? So it takes super strength to kind of get through what is it that I want to say, to kind of like keep on going. Do you know what I'm saying? And like, so because there's also a little bit more patience involved in the process, there's a little bit more faith involved in the process, and it's like, shit, like take a fucking brand new breath of air today, because that's all I gotta say. It's like not only that, but I feel like you're like at the end of your road in terms of closing out the old and starting the new, and transition is sometimes not easy, right? So like, because your mind has to wrap itself around like the aspect of that, like it's used to one thing, right? And then it has to kind of shut this door out, and then it's kind of like, oh my god, unknown, you don't fucking know what's going on, even though it's all good, but it's like super powerful, the stuff that's coming in. And then it's kind of like, okay, so you felt a little shaky, like in that last episode of life, and now it's kind of like you have to like regain this courage back up again, and it's crazy. It's wild. And you know what, it's crazy. I like really think about the interesting aspect of how no one fucking talks about this. Like there's no wonder why people people want to fucking take their lives, dude, because I'm telling you something right now. It's like you have to talk about this shit, or it's like, or you're suffering in silence alone. That's basically like what your two options are. Like it's nuts, And like the funny thing is, it's like when you talk about emotions, people think that emotions are like, oh, they have to be like so soft and so like, like that's why they're like afraid to even go there. Because actually one of my friends said this perfectly the other day. She said, yo, when you're like independent and you're single, you have to be like, you have to show up tough in this life. Like that's basically what it is. But then, because she found love, right? So it's just like, but then she's like, oh, now that I find love, she's like, I always loved love. I had to like laugh at that because of the fact that it's hilarious in terms of like, yeah, like these independent people who are like so tough and fucking strong, like they love love. Like that, at the end of the day, they love love. And thank God that they're not going to be like, like thank God that they know the separation between like love, right? And like, and work, because it's super healthy. But the whole thing is because some people bring it one into another and then they have a problem receiving love, right? But the people that I'm fucking friends with are hilarious because we're all very vulnerable with one another, but we're like tougher, like especially my girlfriends, like we're tougher broads, right? So it's just kind of yeah, but the thing is we talk about our emotions all the time, which is what I think that guys should do, but we talk about our emotions like as if we were dudes. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like It's like super fun. Like we never go like super like sappy, or I mean if it does, we fucking go there, but like it never happens like that. We're always like laughing at like the stupid shit that goes on. We're always like, you know, trying to make light of it, or we're bitching, right? Like, but a lot less bitching. Like we do like effective bitching, which is like we talk a lot about like okay, here's the problem. We look at our problems because you have to look at your problems in order to fix it for the happiness factor of your life, right? But the whole thing is, it's like, so we don't look at our problems in order to like bitch and be like so ungrateful about it, but we look at our problems with like, okay, here's the fucking scenario that we're going through. I feel like this is the best route, so it's like, this is what I'm thinking about doing, and then we kind of just like fucking like mastermind it, you know what I'm saying? So so that's like literally what I have to say, is that like find people that are willing to mastermind emotions with you. And actually it's like one of my goals in life, but I don't want to go into that right now. But the whole thing is, it's like it's super important to be talking about your emotions, because suffering in silence, especially as a person that like when you have to show up in this world and you have to show up as your own leader, right? You have to show up in a more cleaner version of yourself, in terms of not like cleaner like in terms of like perfection. I'm talking about cleaner as in like pure, you know what I'm saying? And the whole thing, because then you're gonna get sidetracked by like not being able to make decisions, not working as quick enough as you want to, not like kind of, you know, like everybody who's a leader kind of likes to work that fucking pace, you know? And it's like, dude, if you don't have your emotions in check, like, or if you haven't purged out any, you're gonna be a fucking Tasmanian devil. You're gonna be all over the fucking place, and you're not gonna be effective to anybody. You know what I'm saying? So you really have to kind of end up talking to people about your feelings, but in a more highly effective and highly balanced way, rather than what we're all kind of so much used to talking about, or perceiving that, like, if you talk about emotions, it makes you weak, or if you're talking about emotions, you might crack or something like that. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's not even about that. It's literally just a simple discussion in terms of what the fuck is going on, how you're fucking feeling, and move the fuck on, right? Like, that's basically what it is. It's like, try to solve a problem and then move the fuck on. And it's like, and you feel so much better, like, when you just fucking talk to somebody and like you express yourself, you feel so much better. And so that's basically all that it is. Like, sometimes we just need to be heard, you know? Today, a lot of like this area here, so I want to say lungs is connected to expression. So if you can, wear blue, wear like a blue, what's it called, bracelet, or blue around your neck. I was actually going to put something blue around my neck, but I forgot. It's okay. It's okay. But I was just feeling a whole bunch of, I'm actually in my blue corner anyway, so it doesn't matter. Like, that's gonna help support me also. But also this is helping to support me too, because I get to express myself, I get to speak, and maybe that's why I needed to even come on here, because let me just tell you something. Today is not the day that, you know, I want to say that I feel 100% in coming on here. But the whole thing is, it's like, when it comes down to it, I felt like I needed to, because the energies are so fucking like intense, but in a good way, like I said, not like just in a way that you never dealt with before, you know, like that type of way. And also, what was I gonna say? You just have to breathe, because you literally just have to breathe through these transitions. There was something else that I was going to say. What was it? Yeah, and then also I had to, like, I felt that there was something that, like, needed to come up. And I don't know if this is anybody else's, maybe that I'm connected to here, or my own, or whatever. But I felt like as if my breath, like, needed to be refreshed, and I needed to kind of express myself in a way. So thank you for showing up for me, so that I can express myself to you, and thanks for just like hearing me out, right? So again, it's all energy, so it's purely appreciated in terms of, you know, you showing up. Actually, I'm covered, so I don't even know if anybody's like actually shown up, but if you are, feel free to comment. So yeah, so let's just get right into the reading. I just wanted to say, like, if you have to express yourself, please do so for yourself because it hurts. There's kind of like an uncomfortable pain, and maybe it's because it's just an expansive, like maybe light is being kind of brought down into it, light and love. And again, that's super expansive, so like you might feel a couple of different weird ailments in the body. But again, if you're feeling really like intense ailments, definitely I would suggest, go to the hospital, get a checkup or whatever. But sometimes, you have to go with your gut feeling. Sometimes that it's your own body kind of experiencing energetic stuff because again, that's how things are kind of happen in the body. It's all through energy. But if you're not want to purge your emotions, I'm not saying like become like worried about that there's something going on in your body, but just go with your gut. Like, do you think that it's too intense for you to like, is it something that you think you need to go to the hospital for, or is it something that you think is just energetic? I know actually that mine is just like more energetic, and I'm like growing into something in terms of like just I don't know what it is. It's just a bigger person a bigger person or a bigger version of myself, right? So I think it just takes a lot of like just expansion, and that's kind of like what I'm having to really breathe about, but also just and keep breathing about, but also just kind of like allowing myself the time to be with that. You know what I'm saying? To feel into that. All right, let's get going. I already feel a lot better, so thank you guys. Like, I just feel like this is all clearing up. So it's happening. It's happening. All right. So I'm now asking the Ascended Masters to please be with us for this reading right here and right now, as well as Grandmaster G and Grand Majesty G and my higher self. I ask for the highest and best 2 yin and yang cards to be placed at the top of this deck that pertain to the energies of the native, authentic, and natural energies of today, along with the universes, and how they all apply to our helpful people in travel quarter. Thank you. Do I stop shuffling the cards right here, right now at all? Wait, I gotta ask again. Do I stop shuffling the cards right here, right now at all? Okay. I saw Follow Your Heart, though, at the bottom of the deck, so that's, I think, why I had to kind of stop. Do I stop shuffling the cards right here, right now at all? I know, I felt like I went too far. Hold on. Yo, it's unicorn vibes, though. That's all I'm going to say. Do I stop shuffling the cards right here, right now at all? All right, they want me to keep going. Okay, this is a yes. This is a yes, guys. This is a yes. All right. Oh, bottom of the deck, you can do it. So follow your heart, you can do it. That's a great, shit, this is crazy. All right, so, oh my God, awesome. Okay, so first things first. Okay, so you got follow your heart. Actually, I wonder who that was. Oh, I love it. You can do it. That's Archangel Michael at the bottom of the deck, and Freedom is next. And energy healing. Wow, because I was just talking about that. So Freedom. Yeah, guys, it's like follow your heart. You can do it. There's total freedom at the other side, and I know that. It's just that I think timing has a lot to do with things. Okay, so the first things first is when it comes down to the yin card. So one small thing that went on for today, but also something, it could be one small thing, one quiet thing, or one internal thing, or anything of the yin and yang sort, of the yin sort that you can kind of come up with, right? So this queen, or Ascended Master, because she looks like a Toad's queen, right? It says, come out of the closet, Amaterasu. Do I read the book on this? Okay, no, they don't want me to. So, because I kind of already feel like I'm getting what it's about. What it's about I feel like is, okay, so again, when I was saying expression, she has a lot of blues going on, but also reds. It's like, and pinks too, which is really beautiful. So it's like yin and yang. It's like the divine feminine, divine masculine, but also having compassion with it. I feel like there's an expression going on from the root, right? Which is like you're trying to, there's something about like uprootedness that's going on, and you're expressing it. Sorry, I'm spitting, but you're expressing it in a sense of compassion, right, for yourself. So this coming out of the closet is something that it's like it's a wish that you want to just put out there. You want to just like bust it out there. It might be something that you're so not used to doing because it's like it's typically not you, but you're having the courage. And she is also like, look at this bitch. That's all I gotta say. It's like this bitch is like, no, I don't give a shit. I need to actually say this because it's like in my system and I need to get it out. And it's one of those things that that it's like she's very okay with it. Do you get what I'm saying? And in case you were not okay with coming out with something, you will then feel actually a lot of inner peace, if not later on, like tonight. If you're not already feeling it now, you'll be feeling it like tonight or into tomorrow, or even at one point across this week. So like, because again, these are like daily videos, but they really last week to week as well, right? So, but my intention is usually for the day. So see how it plays out for you. Different people, we all function differently. So, maybe you resonate with more weekly stuff. And so it would kind of like pertain to more weekly stuff for you, right? So, so I just feel like as if, I feel like these actually, I know this is kind of like her collar, but I feel like these are curtains that kind of just came open. So it's kind of like the divine feminine has just come out of her like, I feel like there's been a blooming of sorts that allowed her to come out of the closet in terms of like what's really kind of in her heart, right? Because again, the way that this would open is like from the heart area, right? In terms of blossoming. And not only that, but as the divine feminine or the divine feminine aspect of anybody comes out clean and comes out open with their like whatever dreams, emotions, however you want to call it, thoughts, it doesn't even matter. You literally give permission to the other person to be just as bold, okay? So whoever it is you're talking to, whoever it is you're coming out of the closet to, it's like literally there's an unveiling that's happening. There's like basically like you're giving permission to the other person to, by you being bold and the other person kind of experiencing that, you literally it's just like this, eventually this ebb and flow that's going to go on where both people are very like vulnerable to one another, and in a very high vibed way, because obviously we're talking about like a queen, but also in a more what is it called, more like it's like a regal, it's like well balanced, it's like mature, it's like like she's serious about what she's saying, she's not even fucking around. Like that's basically what it is. Like, I'm coming out of the closet, but I'm not even fucking around about this. Like, this is exactly like what I mean. And she's very direct and to the point. And so I'm gonna see if there's anything else that comes up about this, but it's like you're basically coming into your own as you're expressing yourself, which is coming out of the closet, but you're also, as you do so, you're coming into your own, which is, this is you are actually leveling up, and you're becoming this, I'm getting like high priestess vibes, like she's been holding on to something, but she wanted to really express, and now today's like the expression of it. It's like a boom, like a boom that actually could have even happened on a smaller scale, that it's like, enough is enough. Like, I just need to, whatever. Oh my God, that's so funny. Okay. Do I share this story at all? Okay. It's really, cause but it's crazy. It could have a lot to do with closets. Let's just put it that way. But it just fucking sparked what happened in my world today. And I was like, holy shit, that's crazy. So it's kind of like, there's a boom, of you could have been even near your closet when this happened, where it's just like it's literally something was something came out of the closet today in terms of a revelation, a reveal, And not only that, but I just feel like it made you more, it made you come into more of this regalness of yourself. Okay. So it's really, it's huge, actually. It's super huge. Um, yeah, I'm wondering. I feel like I'm still not done with her, so she'll definitely come up eventually. But look at these broads, okay? Look at their facial expressions. They're fucking serious, like in terms of what they're going after. Like they're not fucking around. These chicks are like, nah, like this is like no more. Like enough is enough, you know? So then on a yang level, we have mother, wife, sister, daughter, lady Nada. They're telling me to read this. And this is interesting because I know that other readers have been getting this card in terms of just like Lady Nada is like a heart opener. She grants like she gifts roses and stuff. So let's just see what goes on. And also there's like a lot of pinks, right? The pinks that are very supportive, which are compassion, right? Pink and this pink. So let's read the book. Let's read the book, guys. We're gonna read that book, all right? And we're gonna give me a little second to breathe, because yes, bitches, I fucking need to breathe. A fucking badass bitch, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy. And it's crazy good. That's what I gotta say. Let's find her. M. Okay, here we go. Yes. Thank you for the support, 18. Thank you. Okay. And to support all of us, because we need that shit. So it says, the issue that you're asking about involves a significant woman in your life, such as your mother, wife, girlfriend, sister, or daughter. The first person who comes to mind is correct. Any healed feelings that you carry toward this person could be blocking or slowing the manifestation of your dreams. Right away, as I'm reading that, I'm getting come out of the closet and let them know how you really feel, okay? And it could be, yeah, it's like you showing up as a helpful person and giving light, shining light to what another person really would benefit from knowing, okay? Because it's healing is what I'm sensing and feeling, and really just receiving. It's a healing that you'd be giving them. It's like you're gifting them a truth today that really kind of just like allows them to either envision something further down the line, or allows them to feel a little bit more secure with themselves and the whole process of this transitioning bit. You know what I'm saying? So it would be really kind for you to do that. Let me see. Any unhealed feelings that you carry toward the person could be blocking or slowing the manifestation of your dreams, as well as leading to imbalances. Okay, so we were talking about balance there before, so we're gonna just leave it at that. This is a perfect time to call upon God, your guides, and angels. Again, your helpful people and traveling buddies. Okay. To release any toxins associated with the past, present female relationship. Now, or past or present female relationship. Now, I'm getting both. It's like past and present, all right? And because again, that's interesting. We have two women here. So it's like there's a past person, there's a new person, okay? Very interesting. Also, I kind of sense that people will be talking to their moms to get some advice about something. It might not be so much of like coming out of the closet type thing to their moms, but it might be like just kind of hinting at, hey, there's something here I'd like to talk about, and I would like to talk about in more detail, but I just need your opinion in terms of surface-based shit, like what would you do? That type of thing. So don't be afraid to turn to like a female kind of a female figure in your life that you trust to kind of see what is going on here. You know what I'm saying? How to work this bit in your life, right? It says this process opens the way for healthy relationships with women, including your own feminine energy. Amen to that. because it's so true. As you open up with your communication in a very well balanced way, and again, when I say well balanced, I mean simply discuss it. Like it's a feeling. It's as if you're going to talk about a topic, right? So it's like, okay, the topic of anger, right? It doesn't mean you have to get angry to talk about it. It's just like, all right, this is what I'm feeling about how about anger. I'm going to just talk about it as if it's like a person sitting next to me. You know what I'm saying? Not that you wouldn't, you would actually talk to the person in the face, right? But like the whole thing is like you would talk of it. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to literally, you don't have to feel the feelings if you don't want to, but it's always really good to feel the feelings if you do want to. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you should be hanging around with people that do not judge you for the feelings that you are meant to feel at any given moment in your life, because you're a human being, and in this life as a human being you have to feel your feelings. That's it. That's like long story short. And that's only if you want to live a better and a high vibrational life, because of the fact that through pain you get happiness. Like through knowing your pain and resolving it, or trying to do the best you can in terms of resolving it on your own, or with the help of the creator from above, source. You literally, because it's like by you just acknowledging it shows source that you're willing to literally kind of peel back the layers in terms of like going after better for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you might not solve the solution right there and then in terms of feeling so much better, but you're on your way. And that's the whole point, is just be on your freaking merry way in terms of knowing that at one point, because you've acknowledged it and you're not afraid of it, that it will be solved in your favor. Okay. So where you can, and here's another reason why. Because you want to feel the freedom of being rebalanced back into yourself without that fucking negative emotion being in your system. That's the only reason why you go after emotions, is because once you get rid of them, you actually gain more freedom for yourself, and that's where it's more that's where it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a no-brainer. It's just like, just attack your feelings, and not attack, but accept, acknowledge, do whatever you gotta do, whatever it takes, feel your feelings. You know what I'm saying? And literally, but don't party with the negative ones. I always say that. It's just like, acknowledge, hey, what's up? Like a friend. Like keep your emotions like you would, different like people in your life. Like if you don't like the negative people, you keep them from a different distance, and you can, wave to them from across the street. Hey, how are you? Good. I'm going to keep on going this way. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. Or don't say hi to them. Or, it's like one of those things, like just don't sweep it under the rug. I just feel like, put it this way, even any person that is alive in this world literally deserves at least like a, hey, you know what I'm saying? If you're able to do that, okay? Because I understand that sometimes you're not, and sometimes you're like, God, you take care of this one, because I cannot even pray for this person right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like they've hurt me so badly that I can't even go there, but I know that you can help them, and that's basically what that's the positive prayer that you can put in. But the whole thing is, it's like that again is a different sense, or sense of acknowledgement of that, right? So yeah, anything works. Just use your imagination, your creativity in terms of like how you're gonna, turn your emotions into more of a magical magician for you. You know what I'm saying? In terms of having the wheel turn in your favor with it. The additional meanings for this card is balance your masculine and feminine energies by practicing giving and receiving on a daily basis. You will, it says be willing, I don't know where that came from. Be willing to forgive a woman in your life who seems to have hurt you. Huge. Wow, that's crazy. I feel like that's huge for some people. That's why I'm saying that. That's very interesting. This could also be the mother of your daughter. That's what I'm getting. Or like I'm like the mother of your daughter or the wife of your sister. That's so funny. It's so funny. Or it could go either way, right? Like all those relationships, like absolutely. Now let me just say something. These bitches are way too serious, okay? So what I'm trying to ask you all out there is to, if you know a bitch that gets a little too serious from time to time, like send her a fucking funny meme because she really needs one. That's all I gotta say. She needs a fucking funny meme in her life because these bitches need to laugh. It's been a little too fucking serious, all right? So I'm just saying, just please do that. That's super, super important. It says, be willing to forgive a woman in your life who seems to have hurt you. A female deceased loved one is saying, hi, I love you from heaven. That also could be the truth. Listen, the ascended masters are one version of invisibility. Then you have the people that really passed on that are your ancestors that are a different version of invisibility. So, you know, when it comes to like ancestors, angels, deceased loved ones, they're all your helpful people, and they do travel, right? They travel like in ways that are like ghost-like, right? A new relationship with a woman will prove to be very significant. Wow, that's so super cool. I love new vibes, dude. That's all I gotta say. I am so all about it. Freshness is my jam. I love it. I will work my motherfucking ass off for freshness. I don't even give a shit. I love it. Such a fan. Really. I love it. All right. So do I go into this explanation of her? All right. So they want me to read it. Lady Nada is an ascended master who works with Saint Germain and Archangel Michael to help bring about balance of the male and female energies in the world. That's beautiful. And right as I'm reading that, I'm getting there's a unison coming together, guys, like in terms of divine masculine, divine feminine, and romantic love. There's an energy that's coming together. Oh my god, it's so crazy. Also 111 was coming, or 11 was a huge number today for some reason. So the repeating of like 1111 or just 11 in general was a huge number, which means two, which means you know, it's kind of like your connection with God, you're creating like with him, but also there could be two people that are like of equalness that are also very connected, and they're actually being very interdependent. So I just feel like there has been a super huge merge between, you know, I'm going to say divine partnerships, put it that way, in terms of what you want. And then literally, like, so energetically, that kind of was a unison today that happened. Okay. And so that's a beautiful thing. All right. So, and that was definitely felt that was definitely a worldly energy today. I forgot to mention that, but that's why you read these books, so that they can like literally remind you. I love books. Books are your helpful people in travel as well, guys. So just letting you know that if you want to dream big, you have to read some sort of book in your life, okay? Whatever it may be, books are very, you know, whether it be the Bible or books like this, or whatever you're drawn to, just keep on reading, because that's really going to open up your mind, because they are also like your helpful people and will definitely help you travel, right? If you're well read and well kind of well educated in a sense, you know what I'm saying? You don't even have to come off well educated. That's what I love about this life. It's like because you're allowed to surprise people, you know, with what you know and what you don't know, and they're allowed to surprise you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like a lot of people are like, oh, you know, some people are like, oh, I'm too cool. I don't read books or whatever. And it's like, yeah, okay. So then go to like an audiobook, like do some, you know what I'm saying? Because I understand if you don't want to sit there and read, some people are just impatient, or they don't feel like doing it because they like to geek out and shit. You know what I'm saying? They're too cool for that. But the whole thing is, it's like, do something that works for you, where you can get kind of quality information into your system, so that you can like really expand your mind. And I'm seeing 3333. Thank you. And those are the Ascended Masters. So that's definitely confirmation of them being with us, but also in terms of the message that I'm sending, because you know, you just definitely have to expand your mind and your horizons, especially if you're kind of like in hermit mode. Sometimes it's really good to turn to quiet things like a book to kind of read from, to kind of feel like you're hanging out with friends that actually are pretty valuable and will teach you something. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's purely, yeah, I'm just glad that the 11 came up, because that's a huge number today. Her name signifies, so Lady Nada, her name signifies the beautiful sound of the void of silence, where peace is found. you can call upon Lady Nada to help you find peace with both females and males in your life, and also to harmonize and balance masculine and feminine energies within yourself. That's really fucking beautiful. That's excellent. This is also going from 52 to 53, page 52 to 53, which is 7 to 8, which is basically what we're going today is like a 7 day, which is 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. Tomorrow is an 8 day because 1 plus 7 is 8, right? So it's very interesting. So this could be today into tomorrow, okay? In terms of connection of it all, like she's probably around today into tomorrow, and most likely, like you might even be dreaming about somebody that that comes through. So it could be like you're talking about deceased loved ones. It definitely could be a deceased loved one coming through and giving you a message of the female, you know, of the female energy type, right? So, like, and when I say female energy type, it could be like, I'm just gonna say it, and I'm not gonna be like haterade about it. I just always feel weird saying it because I'm not that, right? But like at the same time, it's like I want people to kind of just picture it on in all different ways, that it can happen in all different ways. Because I work with the realm of possibility. So what I'm saying is, this doesn't have to be a female. This could literally be like your gay cousin who passed or something like that, that like literally comes to you in a dream because he's a more divine feminine energy. Do you get what I'm saying? Like he's siding with that essence of himself. You know what I'm saying? And not that I'm saying all gay men are feminine. That's not true. It's just that some of the gay men are of the divine feminine. Some aren't. You know what I'm saying? Some are, but I feel like no, some really aren't. That's so true. Some are just, you know, some stick to their masculinity. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically, you know, and they're all masculine, right? But it's just a different level of what they resonate with, is what I'm trying to say, right? Different, and we all are that, right? Like I'm even a divine feminine, you know, just because I'm a girl, but that doesn't mean that I don't do like guy things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's, I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say that like in each and every point of your life, you're gonna swing back and forth, but it's like, what's your major energy is what I'm trying to say. What are you working with, like on a major scale? If it's a divine feminine, it could be, that's what I'm saying, it could be like a man who's gay who actually is seen more as a divine feminine rather than a divine masculine. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm like, see, this is why I don't like to go into that shit, because I feel like I keep on digging a hole for myself, and that's not even the fucking what I'm trying to do. But I don't know how to express it any differently other than, because I'm not trying to offend anybody, but I'm just like also, and I'm not trying to even sound like ignorant, you know what I'm saying, at all, because I'm really not that. But you know, sometimes like you want to make sure that it comes across correctly and via your heart, and not be so whatever, so close-minded about it. So, all right, let me take a sip, and then we're gonna draw both yin and yang neon cards. These are your vibes. Yes. Swirly, swirly, baby. What's it called? Crystal ball. Oh my gosh. All right, guys, thanks so much for bearing with me. Woo! Oh my god, I love this. Okay, so on a yin level. Yes! This is exciting. Okay. Do I discuss the bottom of the deck over here? No. All right. All right, guys. Green is the heart chakra. Okay. Green is also super healing. So it's the heart chakra that's being healed. Okay. And I believe that because Lady Nada showed up, and also the coming out of the closet is going to be something with your heart too, right? Because like I said, it's from the heart that the veils are opening up. Now, this card says, and I love it, it says, investigate new possibilities with friends. Now is the time. So it's very interesting because I just feel like you coming out of the closet, okay? And it's really interesting how the yin is on the yin. It's like, this is super supportive, right? Yin is on the yin side with this message, which is, you know, what you're coming out of the closet with will literally be very bold for you to take the step forward in, but it invites, excuse me, it invites new possibilities as you are expressing yourself out to a friend, okay? And obviously you did a really good job because it says now is the time, which is literally the divine timing was perfect for it, you know? You may have been a little like, fuck, should I have done that? Like, because what you came out of the closet with today, I feel was a little, like I said before, it wasn't really you. And it's kind of like the crazy, batshit crazy side of you came out a little bit, but like you were guided to, right? Because everything, even if you get a little crazed about shit, like things are divinely guided. So, you know, you could be back in your head like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that today. Like that was really fucking weird. Like I hope it didn't like make or break anything. You know what I'm saying? But again, by you coming out of the closet, that was honoring your own heart. That had nothing to do with the other person. And the whole thing is, what I want you to do is just like forgive yourself in case you are hanging on to that, because that's not something, again, it wasn't for the other person, it was for yourself to kind of show up. And it was actually with the guidance of Amaterasu, right? So it's literally, she guided you to do that. It wasn't even you doing that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it was you, but like energetically you were being guided to do so. So that had nothing to do with like you specifically. It was something that you needed to do, and that's why you did it, because you felt like doing it. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was like weird, like what you came out of the closet about is usually a weird thing, you know, or it's usually something that's like super hidden that you're like, oh my God, I wouldn't do this. Like this is super weird for me. You know what I'm saying? And that it's like you couldn't believe that you did it, but you did it, and it's actually the right thing for you to have done, because again, the timing was right. Now is the right time, you know? Is there anything else I need to talk about this right now? You're saying yes, so let's just see what's up. Okay. They're telling me now is the time for new possibilities. Okay, that's also what I'm getting connected here as well. So it's like that is something that your healing heart needs to believe in, all right? Because I feel like that's a small thing, that's exactly why you had to go through with what you did in terms of coming out of the closet, for you to fully believe in the new possibilities that the time is right for, okay? So the time now is the time for the new possibilities, and that's what your heart needed to understand out of all of that, which is super beautiful, right? And it even, what I'm also getting is like, by expressing your heart, you were gifting your heart this new opportunity, okay? And it was because you didn't hold back, and because it's like you came out with it, that you freed something up in your heart where your heart wanted to just be like, oh my God, okay, so this could be possible, right? Like this is, like maybe this way is possible in terms of the one way that you came out of the closet with. But in essence, if it's not, that's okay too, because there's always a different way that the universe kind of lets itself into, you know, certain scenarios. But the whole thing, or leads you to certain scenarios. But the whole thing is, it's like if you were to keep that so much like kind of like hung on to, and not let go of, like naturally, it's like you were hoarding that little kind of like that little like voice inside, or that little like dream inside, and the universe just needed you to kind of like express it, so that the universe can kind of get in there and push you to where, like, it's like they're getting under your skin in a good way, and then the universe is kind of gonna like lead you to where you need to go, and how it's all gonna happen now that you've kind of come out with it and said it in a big bold way. Now that's also what I'm getting to, is like my cousin always like reminded me of this. It was like the fortune favors the bold, or I think that, yeah, fortune always favors the bold. That sounds really bad. Like it sounds really like it's coming off wrong. What is it? I think it's fortune favors the bold. Fortune favors the. It sounds wrong, but it's along those lines, and I think you know what I'm talking about. So it's kind of like you were bold. So no matter what, because of your boldness, there is going to be fortunes that kind of come at you, you know, I want to say in multiple ways and in all different ways. Um, if not the highest and best way. Okay. So again, so it's just like super beautiful. It's super, and I'm also getting here, it's like you didn't even know the power that you had until you actually said it. Like until you spoke it out loud, like in terms of like share that love of truth with just with the universe and today's energies and the person that you were talking to. It's like you didn't even know that you had that in you in order to be that bold. And then all of a sudden you're like, wow, I just graduated because of that one comment that I made. You know what I'm saying? So it's like super big. It's super big. And so, and that's in your yin, which is super big. And then you're talking about like, you know, all this beauty that's coming into your life on a very grand scale now that you've said it, in terms of Lady Nada helping you out, rebalance everything. Like I said, something like deep within you was like ungrounded, unrooted. It was shook the fuck up a little bit for it to then get rebalanced by Lady Nada. Okay. But even so, you coming out of the closet was like pure. It was your power, in terms of your divine feminine power aspect of yourself that really needed to feel that empowerment, right? Before anything went further. What I'm hearing is you had to honor it. Okay, you had to honor that divine feminine power within you for you to kind of graduate, but then also for you to kind of move forward in terms of really becoming rebalanced, you know? So again, it was like and the number 11 is pure. That's like a pure like balance. That's an equality of balance, you know, and ascension in a sense, right? So it's very big. On the yang level, we also got a green card. So this is like deep, also deep heart healing, which, you know, again, these two depict heart healing, which is amazing. And this one says, only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Wow, that's huge. Now, I have so much to say about this card. It's not even funny. Okay. This card has so much to do with you, like they said, a new person, right? So this is like such clarity that it's like this new person that's entered your life, in terms of romantic feels, because I mean, she has roses and stuff. This is not like business. I mean, even though you can bring roses to business, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying like this is like the essence of this feeling is like more like compassion and like, you know, just passion and just a beautiful sensuality to it, you know, goddessness even, right? So this is revealing that, okay, only a life lived for others is life worthwhile. Now it's so interesting because for those people that understand or are here to understand the idea of caring, we're in the number 47 minutes. Oh, 47. Thank you, 18. And which means that you're doing right. You're doing things right. So it's a very high vibrational level number, also adding up to the number 11, by the way. So that is huge. I'm just getting that. Wow. Thank you, 18. So long story short, if you are on the path to understanding, like if you are on the path of being a caring person and understanding what caring actually means, which is what you literally came out of, like in terms of hardship, like really understanding, you know, the nitty gritty or like the detailed essence of all that caring has taught you, all right, in terms of the yeses and the nos about it, in terms of what you're going to take with you as lessons, and in terms of what exactly is going to work for you like in the future and what's definitely not. Okay, so what I want to say is, and I've said this for a very long time, I haven't said this out loud, so this is me coming out of the closet in a sense of letting you know that this is that if you don't have something to get up to and care for, okay, I want to say you are the first and foremost person that you need to take care of, which is actually the truth. Okay, so I wish that would be the perfect, and I will continue to constantly wish for that to be the divinely perfect world that we live in. Okay, but sometimes when we go through different shifts and transitions, it's actually easier to live life for yourself when you know that you have to get up to kind of help somebody through something, okay? So a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. So sometimes even the what I want to say is like the weak strong, like the strong weak people, which is like the people who are willing to take care of others but really feel super fucking depleted because they've kind of given, you know, their love, their all of their love to the person that maybe didn't deserve it. They still, and we all do, we all still need something to take care of. So whether it be like you need to get up in the morning and like I like take care of succulents. I think I said this in another video just recently. Take care of, like, for me it's succulents or flowers, right? What are flowers, or you know, or it's getting up for kids. Sometimes people have kids to kind of have a purpose in life. You know what I'm saying? Which it is a purpose in life, but also, you know, they just have it for that reason because they want something to take care of. Some people have animals and pets, you know, and they actually take better care of the other people better than they do themselves. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm actually trying to depict and trying to learn in this life myself is that you actually need to show up for yourself and be motivated for yourself in order to better help another person. And the thing is, all I wish for is that you're helping a person that really fucking will be so grateful in this life. And I'm going to include kids, but also not include kids, because kids at some point, I don't know if I want to say the two. Because different kids are different. I mean, we got to watch, like, you know, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory again to realize like how kids are so different. Do you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, it's like you have to raise your kid in order to be grateful so that they can naturally be okay in being spoiled. Because if they're grateful and spoiled, purely okay. Like, that's what I think. You know what I'm saying? But you can't raise a spoiled kid that's ungrateful, because then you're gonna shoot him right in the foot. You might as well shoot him in the foot. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he's gonna be good for nothing in this world, but also for himself. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing is, but also the way that you teach is through feeling too, which is very interesting, because if you live a feeling-based life, the kids feel that and they act the way that you act, right? Like, if you also see families dress alike sometimes because they're like they copy one another, right? So it's very important for you to have, you know, the correct and authentic and really beautiful feelings that go along with raising kids, for them to and I'm talking about in alignment with like kindness and gratitude, for them to really like, and also self-care, for them to really follow in your footsteps and know that they too have to kind of show up for themselves in this life in the way that you do for yourself, you know? So so what I want to say is that you're really deciding that something new is happening in your life, and it's something that is calling on you to care for it, okay? And the whole thing is, it's like, and what it's saying here, and you have to do it from the heart, right? It's really, it's like it's a deeper calling. It's like a deeper caring to it, okay? It's a healing caring. It's a caretaker vibe, right? But I just want to let you know that it's going to be worthwhile, because I feel like two people who are super good at taking care of themselves are a little nervous to get together because they feel like they might lose themselves, like in each other, like in terms of like a codependency rather than an interdependency, which, you know, if you just name that as your intention as an interdependency, which I feel that both of these people have already done, it's like you have nothing to worry about, because at this point in time, both people really do need to be taken care of in a very heart-based way, on a very heart-based level. And it's going to be worthwhile when they kind of merge, like in terms of merge. And when I say merge, I mean like meeting up. I mean, you know, coming together, like joining, you know what I'm saying? Joining in on one another's lives, like that type of thing. Like, it's actually going to be really it's going to be worthwhile for them both, even though I feel like both people might be thinking to themselves, like, I don't have enough energy myself of another person. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, or I don't have enough money, or I don't have, maybe you're thinking some sort of lack, like, how is this even going to happen when when I feel fucking depleted? I'm not even back to 100%, you know? And so the whole thing is, it's like, here is like, you know, here's what I'm saying, believe in the power of love, because the power of love will actually heal both people simultaneously and actually a lot quicker. And my ear is ringing to that. So that's total confirmation. Thank you, A-Team. I pick up the phone call. I'm picking it up. And so, yeah. And so, because you always got to pick up the phone call, right? There's a calling. You got to answer it. So with this card, I just feel like it's going to be life worthwhile. Okay. And it's going to be a life well lived because of it. All right. So, because at one point, guys, we have to understand, and I have to understand this too, is that things are temporary. Okay. And so when you're feeling depleted on an energetic level, you think that it's going to be like forever, because you may have been living this depletion for a very long time. But even if it's a very long time that you've been living it in, it's like still there has to be an ending to it at some point, okay? Because everything is temporary. So the whole thing is like that. This is why you have to love in quality. You have to really kind of be kind to people, because everything's temporary. Their lives are temporary. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like we really have to kind of open ourselves up to the aspect of, you know, since everything is temporary, we have to live it in a more sacred, meaningful, deeper type of life, to actually feel all of these feelings and not shy away from them and then have these regrets at the end of our lives. Like, that's not the point here. We want to actually get out of this life without any regrets, you know, knowing that we gave it our all, you know, in terms of our heart. And also, like, we understood all of our experiences as lessons. We've taken them on as lessons. But also, you know, you can't live alone. I mean, that's literally, I mean, because the whole thing is like, even if you're independent, like, you can't be, it's not a life well lived, or a life, what is it? Life lived for others is a life worthwhile. So a life worthwhile is literally, can only happen when you are with others. You know what I'm saying? And with others, meaning those that appreciate you. So this card is just basically telling you that, like, your heart needs healing. So it's okay to bring in the fresh vibes, even if you're not 100%, because they're still going to work out in your favor eventually. Like, maybe not right away. Maybe they're going to be a little shaky. But the thing is, it's like, even if it's temporary, it's even if it's not at 100%, it's just temporary, is what I meant to say. And you just have to accept it and just say yes and just roll with the punches. Don't stop. Don't halt your life for the imperfection and only to wait on perfection to happen. Just say yes to it, and you'll see that things are actually going to kind of culminate faster. They're going to get together faster. Things are going to start moving faster in a new, fresh way, where these vibes are going to help heal our, what I'm hearing is not only our heart, but our souls. You know what I'm saying? So there are a lot of souls out there, man, that are feeling really fucking depleted. And I really am going to bless you hardcore with all that shiznit, guys. But now I'm moving on to this last card, which is, we got 4 cards down. This is 5th card of believing, but also all of the cards that I make are about believing. But this card deck, which I'm super excited about, I don't know if you can see, it says, at the top it says, I'm super blessed. Yes. So this is, I'll show you them more in depth, but these are a card deck that I worked on, yesterday or the past 2 days or whatever, and I fucking love them. And they're self-love cards and they're super gentle, because I wanted a neon deck, like a neon flashy type of deck, you know? And then I pictured a pastel type of deck where it was going to be about self-love affirmations, because I just found it as a super big groundwork in my life, and super needed to be shared with the world, because the fact that, you know, first of all, it's empowering, right? But self-love has to be a foundational groundwork in your life at all, like no matter what you're going through, it gets you through what you're going through. Okay, so this was my gratitude towards self-love, to be like, yo, thank you, self, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have come out of a lot of the shit that I fucking have been through emotionally. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like the habitual revisitation towards the self-love and towards, that of myself that literally kind of got me out of just the darkness, you know what I'm saying, and more so with the light. So these are very gentle and light filled cards. I'm like super excited so to bring them to you, and I was like super excited to like have created them, and I was like, yay, because they came out way better than I even envisioned. Like I didn't even envision anything other than they're gonna be pastel. Like that's it. And I knew that they were gonna be pink, Okay, and actually there's 5 green cards in here, which is, because again, pink is the heart chakra, but also green is the heart chakra. Green is like a deeper color to the heart chakra. So there's 5 green cards in here for the aspect of believing, but also they basically have spiritual symbolism on there rather than it being like a word of affirmation. So, team, I am asking for the highest and best 1 card to be placed at the top of this deck that we need to know in terms of today and the following week, in terms of what to keep in mind for ourselves. Do I stop shuffling the cards right here right now? Okay. They're like, yeah, you can't fuck it up. That's okay. Yeah, you definitely can't. Okay, cool. Oh, this is actually really fucking huge for this week. I feel that too. So here's one, and it says, I am lovable. Isn't that so cute? Now, this one came out way fucking crooked because I was just like, oh my God. Like, some of them did. Whatever, man. Imperfect is perfect, so I don't give a shit. So, because sometimes, like, I, like, couldn't gauge, like, where the fuck... I couldn't gauge, like, where the fuck the center was because I had, like, people talking to me, so I was like, oh, damn, it's already... You know when, like, you set a sticker and you can't fucking pick it back up again, so it's like, whatever, man. It's just gonna have to be it. And actually, a lot of them, I realized, are, like, more towards the left side, which I find really funny because it's, like, towards the left side. Like, when you're looking at them, it's, like, towards the left side, which is your heart. So I was like, all right, they're like true like heart chakra cards. I get. Wow, heart chakra self-love cards. Yeah, that's beautiful. So so this is to keep in mind, which is I am lovable. And now we have to keep this in mind for ourselves because this kind of shows to us, and if this is a mantra that you have to repeat to yourself all the time this week in terms of feeling a little insecure about things, and like insecure also in your love life, like to be like, oh, but this isn't done, but I'm not this enough, I'm not this enough, like how are they going to perceive me? It's like right away you get those thoughts, you turn to this and you say, I am lovable. Even if you have to go to the next level and say, I am fucking lovable and I don't give a damn, that's basically what you're gonna have to say to yourself. All right, like you're gonna have to own the shit out of this affirmation to get you through the doubtful energies that are like, that are making you feel super kind of like unpure. You know what I'm saying? And this is the affirmation that you're going to choose to feel more pure. Now, what I also wanted to say is, if you wanted to write on a piece of paper or whatever it takes, like either a label or a piece of paper, whatever, and put it on a coaster or literally tape it right onto like a water bottle that you're drinking. Literally water takes, this is the miracle of water. Water takes this as a memory, okay? And it creates this kind of like water molecule that matches this affirmation. When you drink it, it's kind of like an elixir of self-love. And you literally will be drinking, I am lovable. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to be in your system, and you're going to feel your system shift after you making it a habit. Like, let's say you drink, you like leave a water bottle that's clear, right? you leave a water bottle that's clear on top of this card, let's say, or anything that you make, or you kind of like just tape it on there and you leave it there for like overnight. And yeah, and also it'd be really cool to actually, do I say it? Okay, fuck it. Because it's like too much going on at the same time. So, what you would do is just like, yeah, leave it overnight. Leave water on top of this affirmation overnight, and then in the morning you would have it would basically be like ingrained in the water, and then you would just, you know, bless it and drink it. Okay, I always bless my water with divine love, divine light, and divine gratitude. Those are the highest vibrational words that exist, and that's what we all need to kind of do for us to feel more beautiful and light filled when it comes from shining from the inside out. You know what I'm saying? So it helps us radiate our light more, is what I want to say. So so please do that for yourself. That's a self-love thing, and I felt like I needed to do that today because of the fact that, first of all, you don't wait on self-love ever, 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 ever. Okay, so I needed these cards to just kind of sit and just for a second last night, and then I was like, okay, tomorrow, like I was getting like, tomorrow it needs to happen, and then I was like, well, why tomorrow? Because it has nothing to do with self-love. But then I'm like, no, they were like, no, do it today. And I was like, oh yeah, that's because every day is self-love fucking day. Okay, so I don't, and you should never wait for you know, oh, until Monday. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. Self-love is a lifestyle, so you have to kind of make sure that that is a part of your lifestyle every day in terms of routine. Okay, so make sure that you know this week, and I am blessing you with knowing this week, is that you are lovable and you are nothing less than lovable. All right, so you are too loved. You are too loved to not feel unlovable. Okay, that's basically what I have to say. So unicorn magic vibes to you guys this week. I'm super excited for what's to come. If you want to share with me like what's going on in your life, feel free to. You can do it. Follow your heart is another thing. Freedom is coming your way. You're letting a lot of shit go. Purification is happening. Oh, there you go. St. Francis is follow your heart. Oh my god, that's so cool. So yeah, you guys we're gonna have a good week. We're gonna have a good week. It's just that sometimes this transition kind of kicks into gear and it's very uncomfortable, but you get through it with the self-love, with the good self-talk, whole bunch of other good stuff that you can come up with, but also these types of good videos that, you know, if you go to not any type of, but any one of them that resonate with you, usually people will have high-vibed messages to share with you in terms of, when I say that, I meant to go visit like other readers here on YouTube, and they have so much insight that it's just amazing, you know. And by the way, I have to just say that I'm super, super, super grateful, literally so grateful for the readers, for the other readers that are on here, in terms of, you know, the ones that make up this community of, you know, readers and tarot cards and things like that. Because let me just tell you something, I turn to them almost all the time when I'm not knowing like what to do, okay, or when I need to get through something and I feel like I'm the only one that can literally like and I don't want to say it in this way, but it's like sometimes you want to just make sure that you're on the right track, or sometimes you want to just make sure that you're really like with what you're in alignment with what you're getting or what you're receiving, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, because there could be so much going on, and they really have great gifts of giving quality clarity to you in terms of which route to go and what feels right and what to pay attention to and all that jazz. So I'm super grateful for all of the readers on here on YouTube that, you know, I check into every now and again. And more so lately than ever, because of the fact that I just feel like I too need advice, and I too like to hear what the energy is like, but also how to live my life better. So it's just like really tune into the people that you really resonate with here, on here in terms of YouTube, because it's like and in terms of the readers, because they're such helpful people that they will literally help you travel this journey of life a lot easier than if it was just you, yourself, and you. Do you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, like strong people, like they don't like to reach out for help, but it's like a perfect way to kind of zone in quietly, on your own time, and just literally just like give yourself that self-love healing of knowing that like everything's going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you just need that reminder. So I'm telling you to just go like check out other readers and really kind of fill up your cup of emotional like satisfaction to be like, you know what, everything's going the right direction. I have nothing to worry about. Also, another thing, gratitude journals, please, please, please get to doing that for yourself, because I fell off the bandwagon, and that maybe that's why I've been feeling a little off kilter. Even though I've been super awesome at like saying it out loud, there's something in terms of connecting it on paper and with the wand of a pen, you know what I'm saying? That really is solidifying your like beliefs that everything is actually okay and it will continue to be okay. Do you get what I'm saying? So do that for yourself in terms of self-love too. But yeah, at the end of the day, just know that you are lovable. You are worthy of a gratitude journal. You are worthy of anything that you can creatively come up with for yourself, and you'll get it in due time. You just have to kind of keep at it as an intention and just let it break the walls that it needs to break down within your system. And then it'll just kind of like collapse, but in a good way, like collapse upon you, where it's like sprinkles of unicorn magic and blessings, just like in my snow globe. And it's just like, and then you're like, oh my God, this shit is fucking real. So guys, it's 1:11. So I've been on here for an hour and 11 minutes. So I'm going to just end it right here. Thank you so much for everything. And I'll come at you with another reading tomorrow. All right. Bye, guys. Take care.